It's a day that ends with Y, which means that Hasan has most likely done some and yeah, we've broken records for how stupid this motherfucker is with, once again, no punishment, even though I got banned for 2 weeks for calling someone fat and calling an OnlyFans girl a whore. I know. Yep, insane. So let's see what our best friend Hamas, Diddy, Osama bin Laden, Adolf Epstein, Baby Oil Piker has done this time.
Welcome back to the biggest clown show on YouTube. In today's video, Hasan has joined the riots in LA, California.
Well, they're not riots, okay? They're peaceful protests. Sure, there might be some burning of cars and destruction of property, sneaking into government official headquarters and disturbing a police's line of work, but they're peaceful, guys. They're peaceful. Yeah, I mean, sure. I mean, there's millions of dollars of property damage done, but it was peacefully done. You don't get it.
And is supporting terrorism again.
What a
Absolutely
shock.
nobody is surprised. He's
Yep.
also called out Asmongold to join him on the streets. Asmongold responded saying that he should probably be arrested. They also have a bunch of back and forth. We're going to look at a bunch of idiotic Hasan clips and also take a deeper look into what's going on in LA. So basically some quick context if you didn't know. There's a situation in Los Angeles right now that looks a lot like GTA 6. Basically, Trump was arresting and deporting a bunch of people who entered the country illegally. Turns out there's actually a lot of them, and this is obviously different from immigrants who came legally and waited for their visa, waiting in line, and came through based on certain qualifications. He's basically going and arresting people who broke the law. So,
Man, isn't that fucked up? Oh, man. Isn't that, oh, man. What a bad guy. Man, look at that. Are you telling me he sent criminals to jail? Are you telling me he's getting criminals out of our country? Oh, man, this Trump guy. Oh, that is so fucked up. I can't believe it.
essentially, a bunch of people are protesting
Wait a minute. Are you telling me that crime is illegal?
these arrests, trying to keep these people in America, but the protests have turned into full-blown riots with people throwing bricks, lighting cars on fire, vandalizing property.
Peacefully throwing bricks at people and moving vehicles. Peacefully setting cars on fire. Peacefully destroying property. You don't understand. They had no choice. Because, and oh my God, I saw this. I don't know what fucking dumbass said this on Twitter the other day. It was like, for all of you guys who want peaceful protests, they gave us no choice. They made us do this because they don't listen when we're peaceful. Brother, they're getting people who have committed crimes out of our country because they're here illegally. If you come to the United States illegally, you are a criminal. It is that easy. So your response to the government getting illegals out of the country is to cause more crimes. Something about that doesn't make sense. Much like your job, because with that logic, I know your ass is unemployed.
And causing massive destruction to not only the cops, but also civilians and the city itself. So Trump is now sending the National Guard to quell the riots. So let's start with Asmongold talking about the riots and how Hasan should be banned for participating. Alrighty,
Absolutely
subscribe or you gotta join Hamas Piker in the riots.
By the way, more Pegasus, I know you watch all my reacts to your videos. There's actually a Wojak version of Hasan that you could replace your actual Wojak with the Hasan Wojak, and that would be great. Use them to your advantage, man. Yeah, really get in there, man.
That's not peaceful, what was happening. It's not peaceful for people to be on the highways. It's not peaceful for people to throw rocks or bottles. That's not peaceful.
So she said it's not peaceful. Even she says that. I think it's pretty impressive that they managed to blame the fact that all of their citizens are totally fucking schizoing out, setting cars on fire. They're trying to blame that on Donald Trump. And the fact is that none of these people are ever being held accountable. This is a person who's like getting inside of the car. Like literally, like you're looking at burning cars. Hasan almost got banned for filming a crime. I mean, realistically, Hasan getting on the highway like that should get him banned. It's not even a question. It's very cleanly and plainly stated in terms of service that if you commit a crime and you're breaking the law on stream, you should get banned. It's explicitly against the terms of service. I just want you guys to see this. Immigrant run Salvadoran restaurant help sheriff's deputies with tear gas in their eyes. This entire dichotomy, it's like the Latino people are like the ones being attacked or whatever. No, this is not true. This is a group of lawless, aggressive, psychotic people. They're setting random cars on fire. W restaurant? Yeah, those are illegal immigrants. Those are Americans. This isn't white people versus brown people. This is not Mexicans versus Americans. These are crazy, violent, psychopathic, aggressive criminals versus the rest of the normal people that want to be able to live their life and run a restaurant in America and pursue the American dream.
Right, that's pretty well said. This is obviously
Absolutely.
not a race issue. This is not an immigrant versus non-immigrant issue. This is people breaking the law versus law-abiding citizens. This is violent people committing crimes, literally setting cars on fire, endangering regular people. And obviously people like Hasan are actually out there supporting violence, supporting terrorism, and trying to make this a race issue, trying to...
I'm sorry, guys. This is just so fucking gay how I get banned for calling someone fat for 2 weeks. And Hasan goes live on his stream and commits crimes and supports people setting things on fire, vandalizing property, destroying cars, going into government buildings, and endorses it and says more people should come out, and then says half the people here are actually Hasan viewers. And we're keeping this guy on the platform. Dan Clancy, you are fucking retarded. Genuinely, what the fuck? There's VTubers out here getting banned for 2 weeks for showing too much hip. Hasan is promoting people to commit crimes on his stream.
Divide people based on
It's
nothing
so
but propaganda.
embarrassing.
Now, it turns out Hasan even admitted that this protest is full of his fans.
Yep.
Hasan says that half the people at the protest he attended in LA were his fans. No wonder there's so many federal agents in my chat.
No wonder there's so many federal agents in my fucking chat, dude. It's like half of the protest is Hasan Abias.
Imagine that.
Of course.
It's so embarrassing.
Right, so he's admitting that his own fans are rioters and criminals and violent extremists. You
It's just
actually
fucking
can't make
nuts.
this shit up. Dude, there's literally a giant fire behind him with this cloud of smoke. I don't know what exactly is burning. I'm hoping that's a car and not a building. Both are pretty bad, but one is worse, obviously. Like, Hasan is out here openly admitting that he is basically
It's
leading
either a car or a building or tear gas, one of the three.
to this. He's the one radicalizing these people. These are literally his fans. Half these people are his fans. He's admitted it. How is he not banned for streaming this? This will be used against him in court someday. I wonder if Hasan started that fire behind him. Wouldn't put it past him. This is a good way to speedrun a long prison sentence. Oh wow, so that's why his viewer count has been lower lately. Bro, this guy's regarded for saying this. Expect the ADL to bring this up again. He's always like, why are they complaining about me on media? Why are these slop tubers talking about me? Dude, you're literally supporting terrorist actions.
Yep.
Did you get that on camera? It's just Hasan like soy facing.
There it
Mommy,
is.
I did a protest. Look at me. I'm just eating some ice cream, guys. I'm a worker for the people. And he's obviously not going to put himself right next to the danger. He wants to be as safe as possible while getting all the brownie points. So it turns out Asman is still living rent-free in Hasan's head. He calls him out even at the protest.
Bro, he's out there. He's out there talking about me.
Hopefully one day we'll see the largest political commentator, Asmongold, out here in the streets, you know, for protesting, for, I don't know, making...
Okay, sure. I'll go with the National Guard to arrest everybody who's standing in the highway. Yeah, I think that's...
Hey, I'll join you, man. I'll join you. Yep. We'll finally do that Pokemon stream, man. We'll finally do the Pokemon stream.
Sounds great.
By the way, before some people spaz out, this is literally what the mayor said.
That's not peaceful, what was happening. It's not peaceful for people to be on the highways. It's not peaceful for people to throw rocks. That's not peaceful.
And now this genius
Yep.
is also calling out Bernie Sanders after he said these protests were counterproductive.
But they're putting themselves in harm's way and potentially setting themselves up for a criminal future. I talked to the DA just a couple of minutes ago. The DA will file felony charges on individuals and also...
You know what these people could have done instead of going on the street, setting cars on fire and burning buildings? Maybe they could have just helped the illegal immigrants with their paperwork. Help them fill it out. Help them immigrate peacefully rather than destroy the entire fucking city. Get them a job application. Are y'all fucking stupid?
Also the potential for federal charges.
Listen, I don't think anybody has a problem with peaceful protest. Like, if you're just out there marching and letting your voice be heard, I don't really see much of a problem, right?
Sure.
You're entitled to do that. But if you're out there
Sure.
burning cars,
Yep.
literally vandalizing property, causing
Yep.
destruction, harming civilians, of course there's going to be a problem.
Yep.
And of course Hasan is on the side of the violent rioters. Can any Hasan fan tell me what purpose does lighting things on fire serve? What purpose does burning cars serve? You're literally just giving the cops more reason to actually go and arrest you because you're committing crimes.
Yep.
I can't get the fucking dumbass take that Asmongold had out of my mind. It was the stupidest...
Oh, God, bro.
Admitting Asmund lives rent-free in his head is insane.
It's always about me. Which one?
Being like, oh, if you ever see protests where there's other countries' flags being waved, you know you're in America. It's like, yeah, dumbass, it's a diverse country.
If it's
Is that a fucking bomb that just went off in the background?
a diverse country, wouldn't you expect to see more American flags, though? Because, like, I mean, to be fair, at least there's one of them right there.
Also, and not much to feel proud about right here.
Guys, how come I never see any gay pride parades in Palestine? Why is that? Why is that? Free rent? Oh yeah, absolutely. We have flashbangs and fireworks. Oh, absolutely.
this endless police militarization.
You wouldn't need the militarization. You didn't have people throwing rocks at them. You have to remember bricks of peace, gentlemen.
There is no war in Ba Sing Se, guys. It's mostly peaceful protests, actually. Now, I've been saying this for 37 videos now. Hasan is radical.
I think America is the country that the citizens, let me phrase that, the people in the parades waving other countries' flags around, yet they're actively choosing to live in America when they're there illegally. Once again, if you were in America and you were waving around a Mexican flag because you like Mexico better than the United States, yet you illegally moved there, and you're saying how Mexico is better and how it's bullshit you have to go back, why would you be upset about going back to Mexico if it's so much better than America? Oh yeah, because you're fucking stupid.
Radicalizing people to the extreme, supporting violence openly, and he needs to be stopped. I don't care if it takes 100 episodes. We're gonna show everybody piece by piece what a fraud, lying piece of shit this guy is, and the real damage he's actually doing to people. Hasan acts more like an obsessed ex-girlfriend than he does a man. Hasan is has it called the Raider syndrome.
Yep.
Peaceful bricks.
Yep.
Oh
Peaceful fires. People bricks.
Peaceful fires of healing. Throwing rocks off an overpass should be an attempted murder charge. It literally is, though. It literally is. Now remember that journalist that always glazes Hasan, Taylor?
Yeah, the Hamas terrorist organization was doing peaceful bombings at the airport. Yeah, everybody they killed, they were actually secretly a Nazi. It was all peaceful, guys.
Lorenz. Well, she actually showed up to the protest to meet Hasan.
Hi, Taylor. What are you doing?
Hi.
Watch out.
Good to see you guys. Hi, everyone.
Taylor's here.
I'm here with some other journalists. I'm actually on my way to go meet them.
What are you guys doing?
Sergio just got here. He got shot with one of those pepper things in the chest. So
oh no.
But he's coming back.
Yeah, they are.
I know, they keep shooting shit. Be careful. I feel like it's not gonna get really crazy until dark, like later.
These are the journalists that Hasan points you to. He's like, oh yeah, these are the objective, very neutral journalists here. Literally all a bunch of Hasan Sims, man. How pathetic. Also, you know that you're in the right when you need to hide your face. I don't even know why Hasan is doing that. Like, everybody knows who he is. The cops are not gonna be like, well, it seems I can't identify this man.
My hair. Anyway,
I will give Hasan some credit here that he did actually go down there. Granted, it's literally all his fans who would apparently just take a bullet for him because they're so integrated into the cult. But at least he went on the ground. As he says, there is a 0.001% chance that he does get shot. So he is actually risking something here. But I do think Hasan is conveniently far enough away from any danger. So he's positioned.
Why are they here waving the Mexican flag? I don't get it, dude. I don't get it. How is waving the Mexican flag saying Mexico is better? That's why you had to illegally immigrate to the United States. It just doesn't make any sense. This will always piss me off. And also, Hasan's not down there in the fucking dirt, bro. He's just watching them from a safe distance, pretending that he's in the fucking dirt. If he's not in the front line, he's just not doing anything, bro. He's just praying to God people think that he is exactly what he preaches.
Perfectly, so that he will get all the accolades for actually.
Now, he is still committing a crime, being on the highway. Yep.
Going down there, but at the same time, he's far enough away that he's not going to get damaged in any meaningful way, right? So for example, Hasan is not going to be standing next to a burning car. Now, if he actually does that, okay, then he's actually legitimately insane. He's not just stupid, but dangerously stupid. Now, apparently one of his fans went up to him and basically like severely dramatized the story of getting pelted with like a paintball gun or something.
Show you this. I'm trying to show anyone who can get it out. I had the Palestinian flag with the Shahada on it, and they purposely
shot you in the arm?
Yes, they said get the girl with the tan backpack. My comrade overheard.
Wait. Did she just say comrade? I swear that's like a communist thing, no? Dude, average Hasan fan. Now you can literally see the bruise. It's like the tiniest shit ever, which is kind of bound to happen if you're out there rioting in the cop's face, right? And she tries.
Dude, I can't believe that I was committing an illegal activity and then I got punished for it. Oh man, hearts in the chat for this chick, man. I was committing a crime and then I suffered the consequences of my own actions. Oh, bro, this is horrible.
To make it so much more than it is, like I might be fractured. Thank God I still have my legs.
This is bullshit, dude.
Point blank, direct.
Have you seen a field medic?
Yeah, and I'm all slimed
okay?
up. I think it might be fractured or sprained, but I'm okay. I have cousins in Syria. They go through it way worse. I still have 2 feet, so I'm gonna keep going.
All right.
But you know, I just really wanted. Thanks for letting me show you that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, thank you.
That's wild.
Great commentary.
Yeah, my arm's really fucked up. I can barely move it. It's got to be fractured or broken. Takes it out conveniently, shows off the sleeve, shows where the wound is, puts it back in with no pain whatsoever. Yeah, I know, man. They really got you, huh? Honestly, I'll be real, man. Your arm should have been blown the fuck off. Bro. This country is so lucky I'm not president because I'm like, okay, they're committing a crime. All right, bring out the shotguns, boys. Yep, you know what to do. Yep, turn it on. Yep, tase them. Yep, bomb them. Get them out. Yep, set fire to the streets. Let the streets bathe in their capitalist blood. Guys, hey, here's the thing. I believe that policemen should stop people from doing crimes. Clearly, the policemen did not hit them hard enough if they are still out there doing the illegal activity.
Hasan, even he knew that she was completely bullshitting. He's just like, yeah, that's crazy, man. It's like when your friend tells you some like made up story and you're like, that's crazy, bro. Dude, she literally said, thanks for letting me show you that like on the stream and stuff, right? Obviously, nobody actually grievously injured actually said that shit. She just wanted to be on your goddamn stream and dramatize the story like, oh, they shot me point blank. Dude, they clearly didn't want to harm you. That barely did anything. I get more injured playing table tennis when I hit the edge of the table. Her acting like a war survivor, like, thank God I still have my 2 legs, bro.
Yeah, this paintball fractured my whole arm and I can barely move it. Okay, well, yeah, let me show you. Boom. Oh, look at that. That's cool, right? Anyway, stick it back up. Not even a whimper. Not even an ouch.
These people are actual, like, revolutionary cosplayers. Anyways, Hasan is losing his mind on Twitter. Asmongold tweets, an easy way to check if a protest is in America is the flags. Are they all of one country? Not America. Are they a random bunch of countries plus pride or identity flags? America. Yeah, I can't believe people would wave Mexico flags in flippin' California. A migrant worker, asylum seeker, contributes more to this country in a day than this rotting husk will in a lifetime. Bro, you both have the same job. You're both streamers. Also, I feel like Hasan has done immense damage to America, just spreading the type of propaganda he does. Also, funny thing, while I was researching the story, every
100%.
single headline uses the word immigrants or migrants. None of them says illegal. Not a single person actually mentions the fact that they illegally crossed the border and went into the country. That is an important fact. If you're breaking the law, it's completely different from waiting in line and actually following the law and getting a visa. And Hasan uses the same tactic. They basically want you to believe that there is no difference between law-abiding citizens and people who break the law. Hasan continues.
They don't want to migrate to America legally because the process takes too long because the lines are so long. But I thought America was bad. Why would the line be so long to immigrate to America if it's so bad? All right, but I thought America was horrible, man. What happened?
Defending the basically domestic terrorists at this point. People who freak about retaliation to cops at these rallies need to attend one protest, and they'll quickly realize that the agitators are the armed dudes in riot gear.
You can get in, but it's really hard to get resident visa, though, like really hard. Well, as a guy who has legally migrated to another country before and got a resident visa, all you have to do is just show, hey, I have a job in this country. I need to be in this country to do this job. Here's this fucking work visa. Oh, okay. All right. Well, great. And I've done it 3 times for different people. I have had no issues. Maybe other people are just fucking it up, but I have had no issues.
Tear gassing thousands of unarmed taxpayers.
And also, it doesn't matter how hard it is. I'm glad that we're vetting people so that way we don't have criminals coming into our country. We don't need any more than that. It costs $10,000 USD to get a US visa. It cost me maybe like $6,000 to get a visa in Canada. Yeah, people might have to work for it. I know. That's a scary thought. People might have to work for it. Man, that's rough. You got to like prove that you're not a criminal and you got to like pay money to get in. That's crazy, bro. Yeah, I don't feel bad at all.
Paying for the chemicals?
Sure. Could they make it a little bit easier? Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. Don't set fire to the streets and vandalize property to do that shit. You know, maybe every Tuesday instead of 10K, it's 8K. You know, maybe you can start putting out coupons.
As well as their salaries and pensions. Just flashback to the burning cars, bro. Also, half of these illegals are not paying taxes, bro. They ain't doing shit. Now, people are also hounding XQC over this. XQC and the community have become too fascistic for my liking. I guess having genocide lover losers like Destiny and Asmon as your moral compass turns you into fascist little bleh. F XQC. XQC responds, bro saw burning cars and got mad I wasn't celebrating. Completely ratioed him. Now, Hasan tries to call out Asmongold again, but immediately owns himself.
By the way, to understand how far right we have gotten, for the record, back in the day when Pestany said, I don't care, white supremacists need to fucking mow down these like stupid black counter protesters, he got fucking banned. He got de-verified.
Out of curiosity, is there any proof that Destiny is a sex pest? Is there actually any verifiable proof that he's a sex pest? Yeah, it's on video. Because the only thing that I've ever seen of Destiny is denying a woman's advance for having sex with him. Okay, YouTuber Destiny36 is accused of revenge porn by 4 women, but claims he's the victim of the leak. Let's continue.
Yeah, they deserve it. To be fair, he's talking about the cops in this circumstance. We understand them as white supremacist force, but, and not like the non-state actor taking matters in their own hands.
I think the important thing is that's a very serious thing to call someone, so I'd like to wait until I'm fully informed before talking about that. All right, cool.
Dude, oh my god, he just caught himself immediately. Like, Asman said the cops should enforce the law. Wow, what a controversial opinion,
I know.
man. Almost like
Fucked
that's what they're
up.
paid to do. Dude, Hasan is so far left at this point, it's crazy. Bro just loves any form of terrorism, whether it be Hamas, the Houthis, Hezbollah, domestic terrorism, like any form of it, bro. And this guy's saying Asman is far right for saying that people who are burning down the city need to be arrested. What the heck is wrong with you, man? This is beyond mental illness. And then in classic Hasan fashion, he plays victim, saying that he's gonna get banned on Twitch.
The results are the same. He will get no punishments for this. As a matter of fact, I'll probably get fucking banned before he does.
Literally zero sympathy for these kinds of people. He's trying to run away from the police, etc. I don't give a shit. They're psychopaths. Well, they're people. The reason why these people are doing it, I'm off. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, no, you're right. The psychopath is certainly the people that are protesting ICE kidnapping other people, okay? Kidnapping their neighbors, kidnapping their community members, and not the fucking rat king who is covered in his own fucking filth and rot, sitting in the comfort of his fucking home, going, yeah, it's perfectly fine to trample over a taxpayer with horses. Yeah, it's based. Yeah, I'm really glad. Disgusting.
Yes, a taxpayer. Brother, they are committing crimes. You're never free to commit crimes, even if you're a legal taxpayer. Also, can this guy stop pretending?
Has Hasan ever given a good faith argument in his entire career on this platform? Because I'm really looking for a single time where he's ever done or said anything in good faith. And I really can't think of a single fucking time. And it is honestly fucking shocking. Straight up. How are we going to villainize Asman saying, yeah, I think it's fine that the police do their jobs?
Like Twitch is ever going to ban him. Bro, we all know Dan Clancy is literally under the table right now, sucking you off with the force of a victory bell from Pokemon. He's Venus flytrapping that shit. And whenever Asman calls for the ban of Hasan, it is for a legitimate reason.
Yep.
Hasan was literally participating and supporting the riots. That is a perfectly legitimate reason to be banned. Then Hasan says that anybody that hates him only watches edited clips of him out of context.
But there's not a single person out there that actually despises everything I stand for that has consumed my content directly.
Hasan, okay, well, first of all, crazy victim take. You don't have anybody that stands against everything that you stand for. It's just that you promote terrorism. It's just the one thing. It's legit. It's just that. If you were to just stop doing that and stop breaking Twitch's terms of service, nobody would even care about you. Even me, a guy that you have made horrific statements about. I've even gone on record saying so many times how nice it was talking to you about anime. There is no "we all want Hasan to die" campaign. We just want Twitch to enforce its TOS and for you to stop promoting terrorism to your viewers. That's it. It's an incredibly fair take. You are literally the world's biggest bitch. If you can't understand that, it's really not this complicated. That's all it's ever been. That's all it ever will be.
They have consumed my content either indirectly.
The only person who wants to fucking kill you is Sam Hyde. And that's not me. So you have nothing to worry about.
With 17-second increments of clips. Or they used to consume my content and they had a severe bout of anger when I said something that they disagreed with, that they internalized heavily, and they could not deal with that back and forth, and then that caused them tremendous resentment. What was once
Hasan, you understand that you've called me a obligated generational rapist. You've said that off of nothing. Genuinely. You have said that off of nothing. You said Asmongold killed his own mother. You need to acknowledge that you have said some horrific shit. You've said horrific shit. And you can't say this, oh, you only hate me because you've only seen the clips. If you watch 2,000 hours of my content, once you get to episode 468, you realize I'm really actually kind of a cutie. Jesus, bro, you are not One Piece. You are not One Piece, man.
Tremendous love and admiration turned into tremendous resentment and anger, and now they are super enemies.
Yeah, not a single person, huh? I mean, I can think of a couple people, not gonna lie. But okay, if you believe him, okay, open invitation to everybody watching. If you ever think I'm lying or misrepresenting him about anything, please, for the love of God, go to Hasan's channel. You know, go verify the opinions. Go to his stream, watch his content. You know, heaven forbid, maybe drink a couple before you go there. You know, get his opinion, watch his 10-hour streams, come back, and then let me know. Let me know what I got wrong. Because I'm guaranteeing you, if you survive the ordeal, because watching 10 hours of this guy is grounds for Minecraft jump off a cliff, your opinions will probably not change at all. Turns out I'm literally just showing this guy's own words that make him look horrible.
Yep.
Not taken out of context. It is perfectly in context that this guy openly supports terrorists. What does I support the Houthis 10 toes down mean, bro?
I believe what the Houthis are doing is a good thing. 10 toes fucking down.
Such a narcissistic piece of shit moron, bro. The only way anyone hates me is if they don't watch my content. Of course they don't. You're a flippin' idiot. The only reason this video is even bearable is because of my commentary interjecting, or we're occasionally watching Asmongold or somebody else. Like, if it was just Hasan clips, holy shit, we'd die. So anyways, let's just get a better idea of what's actually going on in LA.
If SpongeBob and Patrick were in this video, I could not stomach it. I just absolutely could not.
Shout out to YouTuber Decoy Voice for this coverage.
The GOAT!
The unruly mobs just took over Los Angeles, as it literally looks like it's been conquered, as the ICE protests were essentially encouraged by the mayor. More of these foreign forces started to show up in the streets, where even the Fed vehicles are under attack. Actually shattering the windshield and injuring the agent, as this guy in a yellow dirt bike helmet was throwing rocks at not only the marked patrol cars, but any random car driving by. So now the FBI
maybe we just don't throw fucking bricks at police vehicles and civilians. Maybe we just don't do that.
Is looking for that specific guy. As honestly, I see this as a foreign invasion at this point. Military-age males flying another country's flag, fighting with our federal agents. So it's good to see the feds finally fight back.
I don't know about you, I'm a Hasan viewer, and this looks pretty peaceful to me. I think we should actually give them sandwiches and refreshments for their great work for America. Dude, LA is so cooked, bro. If any of you are actually living there, my God, my heart goes out to you, bro. Imagine dealing with this shit.
Yeah, a couple of streamers were asking me to move out there. Hell no, absolutely not. That place is a shithole.
It turns out the governor of California, Gavin Newsom, has responded. He announced that California will be suing President Trump over the deployment of the National Guard. Gavin Newsom, we are suing Donald Trump. This is a manufactured crisis. He's creating fear and terror to take over a state militia and violate the U.S. Constitution. This dude has the audacity to say it's a manufactured crisis, bro. You can't be serious. Oh my God, what a scumbag piece of shit. Are we sure this guy works for America? That doesn't seem correct. It seems like he wants his own city to crash and burn. What a despicable person, my God. And the fact that the entire media is just constantly lying about this, and you have to get your facts from like slop tubers, is insane.
And then some idiot goes crying online how her kid was affected in the riots. Out of all the people I want arrested, I think the so-called mother deserves it the most, as you should know better than to bring your kid to this very volatile situation, unless, at best, you were using them as a prop for your protest, and at worst, you were using them as a shield from repercussions, or at the very worst, you knew—
If you bring your child into a dangerous situation knowingly, you're a shit parent and it's your fault.
This would happen and are just looking for a taxpayer-funded lawsuit.
Dude, people really bring their kids into this, man. How disgusting can you actually be? Like, using your kids to advance some sort of political point has got to be the most disgusting thing you can do. Like, if you're an adult, whatever, be as stupid as you want, but don't harm your kids, man. It just sucks.
What you saw in Los Angeles yesterday wasn't rioting and destruction, so stop trusting your eyes and just listen to the experts. As CNN shows you vehicles burning.
Peaceful protests, people that are there to protest.
MSNBC watches them skirmish with the feds.
These are peaceful people that want to get their message across. They brought signs, they're out with families in some places.
And even controlled opposition, Fox News says,
there were no problems. At one point, somebody did throw a Molotov cocktail.
As the mostly peaceful people that cause no—
Peaceful Molotov cocktails. Now that is a new one, guys. That is a real new one. I think these people should Google what the word peaceful means. Because I really don't think they're using the 2022 updated or the 2025 updated version.
No problems other than throwing a Molotov, with her LAPD releasing a statement saying, the demonstrations across Los Angeles remain peaceful.
Remain peaceful, mostly peaceful, actually. There is no war in Ba Sing Se.
Yeah.
Dude, it's so pathetic. They're like trying their best to hide the footage and show the most non-violent parts, but even that is just a Herculean task because just so much of it is openly violent, right?
Yep.
It's just hilarious watching them squirm as their like complete narrative falls apart.
The rioters at best set buildings on fire, then broke apart their own sidewalks to make concrete projectiles. And as Fox News pointed out, they made improvised incendiary devices than masked men in hoods threw at the local coppers. These idiots actually see themselves as revolutionary freedom fighters, but they're really just live-action role-playing.
Yeah, these are not revolutionaries. They're absolute fucking waste of space humans. Useless to society. Obviously unemployed if they have time to do this shit. Like,
Very
can you imagine
unemployed.
what kind of person actually has time to go out there and just set cars on fire and stay in these riots all day?
And like clockwork, the looting has begun.
Peaceful looting, and this was so important to happen to show support to their cause. They needed to rob the 7-Eleven. Yeah, you guys don't get it, man. If they didn't rob this store, then ICE would have kept on taking their family away, man. It's peaceful looting.
As this small business owner's store has been destroyed.
Yeah, this is about immigration, guys. Let me just rob this store, bro.
Yep.
No, America.
Because it's symbolic of what America is doing to us, because it's robbing us of good citizens. So I need to show the symbolism by robbing this store. Yep, that's what we need to do, guys.
America's a psyop, bro.
You don't get it. We're fighting capitalism, guys.
This can't be real. We used to have to watch like Game of Thrones for entertainment. Now we can just watch a live feed of California. That's how much of a clown show it is. Anyways, Asmongold also reacted to the mayor responding to the situation, just downplaying everything.
Well, I just have to say that if you dial back time and go to Friday, if immigration raids had not happened here, we would not have the disorder that went on last night. I will tell you.
What a great concept. We're not going to riot if you just don't enforce the law. Yeah, we're going to riot and destroy things if you make us follow the law.
Yeah, great deal. Basically, you have to let them commit crimes, you know? Let them commit their crimes in peace. Peaceful protest, by the way. Why are you arresting me? I'm just your local Hasan fan. Hasan told me to do this. I watch his stream every day. No, I don't have maggots in my brain. Why you ask?
There was a protest that got a little unruly late at night. It was
a little unruly late at night.
A little bit.
Bro, they were lighting cars on fire. This shit was a PvP server.
Yep.
What are you talking about?
Mostly peaceful, actually. As a wise man once said, these rioters were genuine in their actions, but a little bit brain broken.
You know, and speaking of now, there are also, about 500 active duty U.S. Marines over at Camp Pendleton, not too far away, awaiting possible orders to mobilize. Governor Newsom has said.
For what? What do you mean for what? To keep these people from burning down your city. You need to understand that the goal of these protests is to terrorize people and to make them afraid of speaking out and pushing back against it.
Yep.
This entire premise that this is about free speech, it's absolutely not.
Yep.
And if it were up to them, you wouldn't be able to say anything. Don't fall for this bullshit.
Yep, that is spot on. Basically, the reason for all of this is to intimidate and silence people. This is the classic Hasan 101 playbook. Harass and bully people until they are silent, and your opinion is the only opinion.
Yep.
But unfortunately, that's obviously not going to work this time around. You aren't in the majority. You're going to get cooked. Luckily, people have come to their senses. Well, you know, most people, not the psychos in LA or the Hasan fans, obviously.
I want to share the CBS poll.
Guys, we all warned Twitch that this was going to happen. And if somebody didn't put a stop to it, it was going to get worse. Well, here we are, Twitch. The consequences of your own actions is here once again. And how great is it when the live news covers popular gamer Hasanabi was streaming the LA riots on Twitch. Here we go. Another stock drop, man. I bet Amazon is fucking pissed.
It shows 54% of Americans approve of the Trump administration's program to deport illegal immigrants. A minority, 46% disapprove.
It's got to be bad if you're getting cooked by CNN over this.
Oh, yeah.
Even CNN is like, yeah, well, what about the fact that most people agree with this? Police officers are in gear that makes a brick not a deadly weapon anymore. Okay. They're also probably wearing bulletproof vests. Does that mean that you can shoot them with a gun?
That's right. He's wearing a helmet, guys. That makes it okay for me to throw a fucking grenade at him. Genius. This guy studied at the Hasan School of Logic. Now click.
It's insane how people come into these streams. They come into these fucking YouTube videos and they just say the most retarded ass shit that they're clearly regurgitating from watching Hasan far too long. What a joke. Like, comment, subscribe.